Alright, so it's 9 o'clock in the morning, Monday morning, and last night I was playing Green Day Rock Band and my PS3 decided to freeze. So did the fan test, made no difference, thought I'd leave it to cool down. 9 o'clock this morning, would you believe it? Yes, my PS3 has decided to kill itself. So, I'm going to fix it. It's totally unacceptable. Design diagrams coming out of the printer as we speak, and now I'm going to go to the hardware store and get some bits and pieces to fix it with. Be back soon. Alright then, it's about 25 to 12, and we're back. Clean my living room table, put newspaper over it because it's glass, so we don't scratch it. Been to the hardware store, equipped myself with some blue isopropanol, do not use white or red, some wipes, you should use lint free, you'll need a torque screwdriver, scraper for the thermal compound, heat gun, this is a HHAG 200C, 350 degrees C is what you'll need, and a low fan speed, some Arctic Silver compound, I did have some open one but can't find it, a broken PS3, a stash of screwdrivers which I haven't put on the table yet, and of course the most important thing for any repair operation when you're going to have a rough day, a copious supply of coffee and cigarettes. So, Sony won't be very pleased for me showing you this, no doubt, but that's their fault. If they had built it properly in the first place, I wouldn't have to do this. And by the way, the pedometer says I've walked 6,000 steps today, which I'm sure is very unhealthy for any game. I had to go to 3 hardware stores to get what I needed. It's amazing how hard it is to find isopropanol in a town with 5 hardware stores and 100 gas stations, but there you go. Let's see what we can do. Alright, not too far through the disassembly yet. I must say that the some of the screw and ribbon cable locations are not the same as in the diagrams I have here. But I just wanted to show you how much dust there is. My machine is only 2 years old and I actually did vacuum the vents yesterday. And you can see it is absolutely covered in dust. And it is a fairly dusty environment in my living room because I have a lot of computers and things, but that is pretty bad, so I'll give that a clean while I'm doing this. Okay, so here's what we have so far, apart from some very dirty fingers. Typically the machine is full of sharp edges and hard to unscrew screws. Anyway, this is the base of the machine, the fan assembly. Here's the main motherboard. This is the hard drive blanking plate. Got the Bluetooth board here, the hard disk. This is rubber foot, power supply, Blu-ray drive, and this is the plate work, and the sprung brackets are here. And I have unscrewed everything in clockwise order and put the screws in that order, and these are the motherboard screws, so hopefully I can get it back together properly. Now if I turn the motherboard, this is the way it is up in the PS3, if I turn it over you can see the CPU and GPU, you can see very clearly that the heatsink compound is absolutely dried up and unevenly distributed all over, and that's the same story on the plate work here of the fan assembly. So we'll clean that off and put some new thermal compound on it. Right, I just thought I'd show you the difference between what it looks like when it's been cleaned and when it's dirty. So this one of course I haven't cleaned yet, and this one I have rubbed down with isopropanol. As you can see, it's from the writing on it, it's the RSX chip, graphics chip, so the other one will be the CPU. So rub it down in a smooth circular motion with isopropanol until it is clean. Okay, so here's the plate work for the fan assembly, and I don't know if you can see, but it has burn marks on it, and this has burn marks and a lot of dirt, so it got very hot before it died, which is bad. Alright, so here's the fan assembly turned upside down now, and you can see it's absolutely caked in dust, and so is the plastic mounting that it's in. Those are, well, you can see my reflection, so yes, those are clean. So we'll clean the fan assembly next. So, just in the office taking a smoke break, so I don't really feel like smoking where the PS3 is pulled apart. Thought I would show you the safety instructions on the heat gun. They are in Norwegian, of course. I'll just give you the highlights. Parts of this product may injure you. Contains explosive gases. Never put your hands in front of the airflow. A fire can start if the apparatus is not used sensibly. And never aim the airflow towards people or animals. You see, the thing is, I hadn't thought of that until I read it, and now it's like, yeah, that would be interesting, but... Alright, I've got to say, if you're going to do this, first of all, you want to put the motherboard as flat as possible. It's not quite flat, but almost. Do not do this on any non-heat resistant surface. Use wood or heat resistant plastic. I've just got a tower PC here, but kitchen work surface will do the trick. When you use the heat gun, obviously, do not put your hand in front of it. Don't hold it in the same place. Always use a circular motion, hand in front of it. Don't hold it in the same place. Always use a circular motion. And yeah, just be very, very careful with the heat gun. If you've never used one before, read the instructions. And once you have finished doing each side, do not touch the motherboard for at least 15 minutes. It will be very hot, and if you try to move it, you will destroy the processors. So do one side first, doesn't really matter which. I'm gonna do these 2 chips and these 4 smaller chips, and then leave it for 15 minutes. Turn it over with either this corner and this corner so that it doesn't flex, and then do the same areas on the other side. And leave it for another 15 minutes, and then we just have to put it back together again. So I'm not going to film this because I don't particularly want to hold